Yes, we're not ready to say goodbye to the masterpiece Whiplash, which has grabbed 3 Oscar awards. For those who don't know Whiplash, Whiplash is a critically acclaimed drama released in 2014. The movie has received widespread critical acclaim and earned actor J.K. Simmons 40 accolades, including the Academy Award, the Golden Globe Award, and the BAFTA Award for the Best Supporting Actor. It is Damien Chazelle's sophomore invention in the film industry. Both writer and director Chazelle created an exhilarating yet intense film that establishes him as one of the best in the filmmaking business. Whiplash stands as a modern classic in the realm of cinematic masterpieces. The original 2014 movie delves into the intense and often brutal world of a young jazz drummer, Andrew Neiman, played by Miles Teller, and his relentless pursuit of perfection under the tutelage of the formidable and fearsome instructor Terrence Fletcher, who J.K. Simmons played. Andrew Neiman was practicing his craft one day in a room when jazz instructor and band leader Terrence Fletcher discovered him and invited him to join the studio band as an alternate drummer. That's the point where Andrew's life began to change. His passion for drumming soon became a spiraling obsession in the pursuit of perfection under the guidance of Fletcher. Through the use of disturbing and abusive training methods, Fletcher puts Andrew through emotional and physical agony, which he finds so hard to deal with. Andrew was waiting for an opportunity to meet Fletcher in the Schaefer Conservatory of Music to seek his guidance, and this invitation that he got from Fletcher was something that he couldn't reject at any cost. In the beginning, Fletcher presents himself as a calming, authoritative manner which students tend to like. Andrew takes a liking to him and is optimistic about the opportunity to join his jazz band at the school, as he is on the path of perfecting his craft. Once Andrew and viewers catch a glimpse inside the rehearsal, it all goes downhill from there. The intensity of Fletcher's behavior towards his students is not adjustable and not justifiable. Teacher is never supposed to be this rude or heartless towards their students. In the beginning, viewers may see his act as a way to bring out the best in his students, but in reality, Fletcher doesn't want his precious reputation tarnished because of taking students lightly. Fletcher was motivating Andrew by breaking him into pieces. He was pushed to his limits and the world of anxiety, but Andrew didn't give up. He wanted to prove himself to his master, Fletcher. The scene where the bus Andrew rides breaks down due to a flat tire, resulting in him running to a car rental and renting a car. Not only does Andrew arrive late to meet with the band, but he also leaves his drumsticks at the rental office. Andrew somehow persuades Fletcher to wait and races back to get his drumsticks. On its drive back to the competition, Andrew's car is hit by a truck. He emerges from the wreckage covered in blood. He doesn't stick around long, running to the theater, barely making it in time, proving how much he wants to gain the acceptance of Fletcher. He continues to practice until he is drenched in sweat, blood dripping onto his drums and eventually punching through his snare. This scene makes the viewers realize that Andrew is no longer passionate but is obsessed with needing to attain perfection. At the end of the competition scene, Andrew's injuries prevented him from playing Caravan, and Fletcher cut him from the band. Thus, Andrew attacks Fletcher on stage, resulting in his expulsion. Eventually, Fletcher is fired from Schaefer due to his anonymous complaints about his unethical presence. One of his previous students, Sean Casey, suffered from severe anxiety and depression, leading him to commit suicide. The attorney for Sean's parents and Andrew's father did not want to see Andrew go down that same path, so they plead for him to testify against Fletcher. As Andrew was troubled to find a place for himself and his mental health, Andrew agreed to confess. The ending of the film is as intense and ambiguous as the film itself. In the final scene, after a tumultuous journey marked by physical and psychological battles, Andrew delivers a breathtaking drum solo, defying Fletcher's manipulative tactics. This pivotal moment, a mix of rebellion and triumph, leaves audiences questioning the future of both characters. Not only was the writing and direction of the film great, but the ending and sound mixing were phenomenal. The editor of the movie, Tom Cross, has set up the tone of the movie in such a way that the audience can experience the emotional turmoil that the characters are going through. Moments that demonstrates how Andrew's body movements while drumming relates to the psychological anguish he faces are arranged in such a flowing manner that the audience will not lose any bit of it. Different colors are used effortlessly to depict the layers of emotions the film holds. For example, the black color that Fletcher always wears expresses the authority and power he holds. The white color of Andrew's outfit expresses his weakness, and so on. Do you think the climax of the movie is giving hope for a second sequel? There is no such official declaration about the Whiplash 2. There are no such developments for a follow-up. Whiplash appears to be a closed chapter of Chazelle's filmography since he has been marked by a desire to explore new themes and narratives. The finality of the movie suggests that the film was intended to be a singular story. The involvement of the core characters, J.K. Simmons as Terrence Fletcher and Miles Teller as Andrew Neiman, would be critical. Their complex and intertwined relationship will be so important for the continuation of the story. Fletcher's complexity is the fuel to the intensity of the movie, and Teller's portrayal of the ambitious and obsessed Andrew is pivotal to the film's emotional depth. Any sequel would undoubtedly need to dive deeper into the psyches and layers of these characters. If there is any chance for Whiplash 2, it should address the unresolved tensions between Fletcher and Andrew. There is a chance that a plot can be developed from Andrew. Chazelle has already mentioned that Andrew's path leads to depression and untimely death in his mid-30s due to a drug overdose, a sentiment echoed by Miles Teller. This story will have the emotional turmoil that the fans will find hard to deal with. I'd rather die drunk, broke at 34, and have people talk about me than to live to be rich and sober at 90 and nobody remembers who I was. This is a dialogue from Andrew Neiman during a dinner table conversation in the original Whiplash movie. This definitely points to a chance for a story that deals with Andrew and his mental struggle in Whiplash 2. There are two possibilities. One could be that Andrew becomes a legendary drummer in the future through his hard work and the effort he put into perfecting his craft, but eventually that stardom and music may consume him, leaving him with the thought that he has lost his purpose in life. This can eventually result in a drug addiction and a gradual suicide. Another open-ended possibility is Andrew leading a normal life, which he is not satisfied with, eventually falling into depression. This may lead to a drug addiction and gradual suicide. This can be a reminder of Sean Casey. Do you think there's a possibility of a spin-off? I definitely think so. There is a possible spin-off starring Terrence Fletcher. However, the acceptance of such a spin-off could be a topic for discussion. Andrew Neiman, Terrence Fletcher are both the sides of one coin, and that is Whiplash. In the original Whiplash movie, Fletcher is a mystery box that only emits darkness. There is a possible character development for Fletcher which can definitely satisfy the audience, and the psychological toll of pursuing perfection at all costs flow through Fletcher and its possible extension in Andrew. Now, you may ask, when can we expect Whiplash 2? Chazelle is in no rush for sure, and there is no point in rushing for a movie like Whiplash 2 that seems to do well in the market and among the audience on their timing. Each season takes time, and that is the essence of enjoying a movie to its fullest. One thing that I can assure you is that your waiting will be worth it. One thing is assured by now: Whiplash 2 would be a stark and possibly depressing exploration of the consequences of the events depicted in the original Whiplash, which had an opening end, offering a sad reflection on the cost of greatness and the fragility of those who chase it. So that's all for today. Let's keep our fingers crossed for Whiplash 2. What is your expectations for Whiplash 2, which is yet to be announced? Do comment. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe for more videos.